It's Thursday, the 19th of July 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. In Jinshin Jitsu, Safety Energy Lock number 19 came into the universe meaning perfect balance, authority, and leadership. So Safety Energy Lock number 19 is located on the elbow crease. If you bend your arm, just where the crease of the elbow is, you can hold it on both sides. That is a special flow pattern in Jinshin Jitsu. And the elbow is in the waistline of the arm. So the shoulder is the bust line, the elbow is the waistline, the wrist is the hip line. So it corresponds to the waistline of the torso. So when you open Safety Energy Lock number 19, you open the entire waistline. So that would be the stomach and spleen, the liver and gallbladder, and the kidney and the adrenals. You work on all those important waistline organs. And in Jinshin Jitsu, they say that 95% of all health conditions start because energy is blocked in the waistline. So this is a really powerful position that you can hold. So in order to open the energy in the waistline, it helps energy move up the back and down the front of the body and maintain that circulation through all the chakras, through all the safety energy locks, through all the acupuncture points, through all the meridians. It basically opens the body for the correct flow of the energy. 19 means authority and leadership. So 19 is a 1. And my understanding of the authority and leadership is 19 says, I take authority and leadership for myself. I stop blaming everyone else for my circumstances. I understand that there's stuff in the universe that I can't control. I can't control the economy. I can't control the political situation. I can't control the crime. But I can take authority and leadership for my response. So 19, that's why it is associated with perfect balance. Now, you know, we all want balance. We all want work-life balance. We want balance and harmony in our relationships. We want balanced health. You can only get that if you're prepared to take responsibility. If you're waiting for the government, I don't know, the world leaders, the environmentalists, the spiritual leaders, I don't know, unicorns. If you're waiting for those people, beings, things, entities to sort out your life, you're going to be waiting a long time. Because there's only so much that you can blame on the external. You can't control the external. You can only have regulation and mastery of yourself. Safety Energy Lock number 19 helps us to connect with that energy of having enough, I don't know what the word is, having enough, I wanted to say something else, okay, but having enough gumption to take courage, actually, that's the word I'm looking for, having enough courage to take responsibility and leadership for yourself. So, 1, which is what a 19 is, it's about inspiring. It's about creative ideas. It's about wanting to put things into the world. It's about wanting to initiate things. It's about wanting to move forward. The 7 that we have from July is about wanting to introvert and connect to the self and not necessarily move forward and, you know, sit on the mountain and meditate all day. Whereas 1 is like wants to go into the world, wants to inspire other people and wants to get things moving. So there might be a contrast between those energies today, and that might create tension within us. The 2 from 2018 helps us to see both sides. 1s can sometimes get carried away. Okay, so 1 can be very energy draining when it's only seeing one side. Now that applies to positivity as well as negativity. So you know when someone is just fired up, they're so enthusiastic about their idea, they are dead keen, they think it's the best thing ever, and they just want to convince everyone about how amazing it is, right? They are blind to the downsides. And those of us who are constantly having a pity party about how awful our lives are and how hard done by we are and how, you know, we are victims, we can't see the upside when we're in that victim mode. So this works both ways. Both is the one is just as energy sapping as the other. We have this complete delusional addiction to positivity. If you can just be positive, I must be quite honest with you, nothing annoys me more. I clearly have a charge on it. And I consider myself to be a positive person. Nothing annoys me more than fake positivity. Because I know that that person who is manifesting or who's espousing that, on some level, the exact opposite is true for them. And if they could just own that, their lives would be more whole, complete, and fulfilled. So 1 can be very energy draining and you can burn yourself out, right? And there's a lot of this air energy in the life map today because we've got the 1 in the hero position as well. So when we have 1 in the hero position, we are confident in who we are. We are confident that we can take authority and leadership. We might not have all the answers, but we know that we can do it. We may need help, but we know that we can do it. We know that there's no one else that can do it for us except ourselves. It doesn't mean you have to be able to do it perfectly in one go. It just means that you have to be prepared to take the first step. So stop complaining, stop being in denial, and actually do something about it. That is the authority and leadership that Safety Energy Lock number 19 and the 1 in the hero position gives us today. So today we have a bit of a contrast in the life map between the air element and the water element, right? So this is about thinking and feeling. So we might find if our default setting is naturally to be very in touch with our emotions, we might be having overriding emotions today. If we tend to be more in our heads, we might be in denial of the emotions. And that might be exacerbated by the fact that we have a 2 in the villain position. So when we have 2 in the villain position, we actually just cut ourselves off from our feelings. And because, well, if you're like me, it's much more comfortable being in the head, right? Okay, because there's no real negativity there. You can think your way out of that. Whereas feelings, they can be quite right? They're not really. That 2 in the villain position blunts us to our emotions. And emotions are feedback. Emotions are feedback of where your perceptions are skewed. Emotions are feedback of pain and hurt and trauma that you need to heal, all right? Not anyone else. So when we deny those emotions, they go underground and they come out as sabotages. And then what happens is we say things like, I can't take responsibility for myself. I've tried to come off my medication. I've tried to follow a healthy diet. I just can't. I'm a total failure. Oh my God, my life's not going to amount to anything. I'm a complete waste of skin. Blah, blah, blah. Spiral of negativity around the ones. So do be aware of that today. Luckily, there's quite a bit of the earth element in the underpinning us underneath on the life map. So we shouldn't be spiraling too far out of control in our minds today. The finger on which we find Safety Energy Lock number 19 is the thumb. The thumb harmonizes the stomach and spleen organ function energy. So again, it's an opportunity for us to harmonize the thinking and the feeling functions. Perfect for the life map of today. Also, the thumb is associated with the earth element of the body. And the body itself is the earth element of ourselves relative to the rest of the cosmos, right? So when we hold the thumb, we harmonize worry and anxiety. And that worry and anxiety is very often a feedback mechanism that we are suppressing a deeper emotion. And that would be the 2 in the villain position today. So if you hold your thumb, you harmonize Safety Energy Lock number 19. You harmonize your stomach and spleen organ function energy, so your digestion is better. You harmonize worry and anxiety, and you bring the thinking and feeling function into harmony. You can also, of course, hold Safety Energy Lock number 19, right? So when you hold 19, you tonify, you work on, or you tonify, or you harmonize the energy moving through the liver and gallbladder, the stomach and spleen, and the kidneys and the adrenals in the back of the waistline. And you open the entire waistline, which means that the energy can flow freely up the back, down the front, up the back, down the front, nourishing every aspect of your being. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.